Elderberry is a small purplish fruit similar to a blueberry. But unlike the blueberries, elderberries grow similarly to dill. It's in like an umbrella type bunches. Both the berries and the flower of the elder are used as medicine and have since the time of Hippocrates. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people for better health. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years, and they've been around that long because they work, and they work on people. So according to Dr. Axe, health benefits of elder plant include naturally improving sinus issues, nerve pain, inflammation, chronic fatigue, allergies, constipation, and even cancer. When used within the first 48 hours of onset of symptoms, the extract may help relieve and shorten the duration of a cold and flu. For this reason, the government actually employed the use of elderberry to fight the flu during the 1995 Panama flu epidemic. Oh, how times have changed. I will link in the description below the article on PubMed where you can find the information and read the article in its entirety. But elderberry as a syrup is a food. There are people that make jellies out of it. It is one of the safest herbs that we know, and yet so very effective. Too often people don't know about the health benefits of simple foods, so please share these videos with your friends and loved ones. Elderberry fruit contains quercetin, and we've heard a lot about quercetin and the value of it in health. It also includes camphorol, rutin, and phenolic acids. It contains flavonoids, which are antioxidant protectants that help prevent cell damage. Due to their purple color, they add the beta carotene that supports eye health, much like bilberry does. So the color purple may be difficult to add to your diet. I know I try to add, it's like purple cabbage and different things, but it is one of those colors that we don't use as much of, and how important it is, we should. So several studies have found benefits to support the use of elderberry syrup for flu symptoms as well. Specifically, the flavonoids in the extract bind to the H1N1 human influenza virus, as well as the H5N1 avian flu virus. So these influenzas can be influenced, and your immune system can protect you against if you have it armed with the right food. Syrups of elderberry are easy to give children. When you are doing something on a daily basis to build the body, such as elderberry for the immune health of the body, it is much better to act on a daily basis than to react when you have symptoms appear. So I'll link to the ready-made elder syrup that is great for kids or adults. There we go. So elder flower is also wonderful herb, and I've made children's remedies with elderflower. I get it dried from Frontier Co-op, and I make a syrup out of the elderflower, some peppermint, and yarrow. So this is a great children's formula. This is used for when they do get sick, and it really boosts their immune system. So these are what the elderberry looks like when it's dried. And I wish I could grow some here in Michigan. It does grow in Michigan, but I don't have the right place for it, I guess. anyway, the berries need to be that dark purple before you pluck them, because they can be toxic in their green form. They can make you throw up, they can make you sick, and just like eating an immature apple can cause tummy aches. You just need to make sure that the berries are ripe. So you either use the flower or you use the ripe berry. And this is a great place to get the dried berries. She has a great website. Shannon tells her story, and I think that it's interesting. And she lives on an elderberry farm, and they call it Elderberry Edge Farm. And I'll link that in the description below. I don't have any association with them, but I love giving my, what do I want to say? I like supporting people that aren't Amazon or Target or Walmart, but a little independent place. And that's why I get my seeds from migardener.com. And so I try to support small businesses, and preferably local businesses. They're in Missouri, so they're not local, but she has a great story, and I think that you'd enjoy reading it. So one of the ways that you can get it is you can buy elder syrup, and I'll link a purchase where you can get a discount on the elder syrup, as well as the elderberry immune chewables. And this is the one I take. I take 2 every single morning. And if you want a link in the description below, you'll get 25% off of these products, and try them yourself and see what you think. Elderberry is known worldwide for its ability to strengthen the immune system. This one has vitamin D in it, but it, excuse me, elderberry also has zinc in it, which is beneficial for the immune support. This also has echinacea in it, which is next week's focus. So I will be talking more about the benefits of echinacea. And it also includes royal jelly. Now, royal jelly years ago was a really big thing. Everybody was using it to support immune health. You don't hear about it that much anymore, but it's still just as valuable. So then Dr. Axe goes on to say, both the elderflower and the berry have traditionally been used to treat diabetes, and research has confirmed that extracts of elderflower stimulate glucose metabolism and the secretion of insulin, which could help lower blood sugar. Now, here's the thing is, I take elderberry, which doesn't necessarily regulate blood sugar. It's the flower that does more on the insulin uptake. So you would want to get the dried flower and make your own syrup, so to speak. It doesn't, elderflower doesn't have the flavor elderberry does. I like to take it I make my own homemade apple cider vinegar, and I add that to the elder syrup and a product I call Tygo. And Tygo has wonderful fruit juices in it that are also immune boosting and anti-cancer, as well as eye health. So So elderberry defense, which is the one I take, is unique and powerful combination. And I've explained all the different things that are in it. So we'll go on to the next slide. So Dr. Axe continues with this research of the elderflower, and research published in the Journal of Nutrition evaluated black elderberries' insulin-like and insulin-releasing actions in vitro. That means in a Petri dish. The study found that an aqueous extract of elder significantly increased glucose transport, glucose oxidation, and glucogenesis without any added insulin. So this is really good news for people who are diabetic and they constantly are watching their numbers, and they might be able to reduce taking the insulin, which really has some harsh side effects. So you want to make sure that insulin is getting into the cell and not causing cell damage. So glycogenesis is the process by which excess sugar is cleared out of the bloodstream and into your muscles and liver to help maintain normal blood sugar. They also produce the energy. So it causes combustion in the cells of the muscles, helping keep your strength up. So elder also acts as a natural diuretic. So they found it to be very beneficial for the kidneys to help with eliminating edema, which is the swelling of tissue. And a lot of times as you get older and you're more sedentary and you notice that the pumps in the legs are not pumping that fluid back up into where it needs to go. And so lymphatic system needs exercise, it needs water, and it needs breathing, heavy, deep breathing, deep into the diaphragm. And that's what moves the lymphatic system. And if you're just sitting there shallowly breathing and you're not exercising, you lose the ability for these pumps to move that fluid out of the lower chambers. And elder seems to help with strengthening that. So according to Dr. Mercola, now I use a lot of information from Dr. Mercola and Dr. Axe, and I found them to be very, very helpful. I also use greenmedinfo.com. They have lots of publications, but it's harder and harder for scientists to get published because the restrictions on them as to what they can say about natural products. So unless you're promoting a pharmaceutical drug, it's very difficult to get grants, and scientists tend to, they need money too. So it's harder to find the scientific information, but there are more and more scientists that are doing both work so that they can get paid for, and then they do what they know that is necessary for people to be healthy, is science in natural products. So a 2004 study found that taking 15 milliliters, which is only 1 tablespoon of elderberry syrup 4 times a day for 5 days, eased symptoms of influenza 4 days quicker than the placebo. So this thing about any virus that enters the body is acted upon by the immune system, and the ability for the immune system to be efficient on that depends on the nutrition you give it. Elderberry also promotes the release of certain cytokines, and these are chemical messengers which allow your immune system to mount a more efficient response. So we know that this COVID virus stays in the sinus and head chamber for 5 days while it does its replicating. And if we know that elderberry works very efficiently on the sinus area, then I think it just makes sense to add this to your daily regime of supporting your immune system. So making tea is easy. You might want to take a screenshot of this, because it's a little different when you're working with berries and bark than when you're working with a flower or a leaf, because flowers and leaf, you can add boiling water, let it steep for a few minutes, 5 maybe, and get the benefit out of it. But a bark and a dried berry, you need to like reconstitute it and pull the benefit out of it. So generally, you use what's called an infusion, where you're actually boiling the water with the dried herb, and then straining off those dried herbs to make the tea. And then making a syrup out of that, you can just add honey, you can add glycerin. There are a variety of ways, and there's a lot of really good information on making elder syrup on the internet. This tea is wonderful because you can add it to, you can take a tea bag of rooibos and ginger and lemon, or hibiscus or chai, or any one of those things. So you could change up the flavor on a daily basis and make it even tastier. And adding a little honey soothes the throat. Now you can water this down a little bit and give it to children. It really is a great thing for them to learn how to enjoy making teas to be healthier. Actually, you can take the capsule of the elderberry, pull it apart, and make a tea out of the powder in the elderberry defense capsule. And any capsule that Nature Sunshine sells, you can pull apart and make a liquid herb. And Saturday, I'm going to be giving, this is my longer class that I do once a month. And this is going to be on children and fragile adults' health. And I think that if you are a caregiver for somebody who is elderly, this might be of interest. Or if you have small children at home, this is a way that you can add supplements to their diet. And most of the time, they don't even know it's there, or they really enjoy it. So I hope that you will stay tuned. If you would like an invitation to that class, just send me an email at drmary@bornforhealth.com, and I will send you an email invite. Otherwise, you can find it on my YouTube channel, which if you're watching this as a recording, you're already on. So look for that class as well. If you have ways that you use elderberry, or that you have an herb that you want to know more about, I would love to hear from you. So please leave a comment in the section below, and be sure to look on the description, where I've included links to much of the research that I got this from. And if you enjoy this, please share it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the little notification bell, and you'll be notified each week as I give these talks. And don't forget to email me if you have any special things that you need information on. And be thankful for the people and the flowers and the joy all around you. Today we have a gorgeous blue sky and brilliant snow. It's a gorgeous day. Yes, it's cold, but hey, we're in Michigan. So I want to thank you for viewing. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the health of it. And be sure that you add special foods to your diet. Keep healthy. So go out and enjoy this wonderful day.